Hello, my name's Fox. I was like, I'm Fox. Okay, so I want to make this. I was gonna make it before this episode, for the last episode came out, which was episode 8, which is 2 more episodes after. And because I actually came out with a review, I actually came out with an idea because I pretty much with the whole mix thing and people not liking him, there was a whole big shit that happened, and especially on my Twitter thing, like a bunch of people were like, "Grr!" until the episode came out, and then like a bunch of other shit happened. I don't remember what this person did. Pretty much me and this one dude had a whole thing back and forth, and like he said like the show was bad. I'm like, no, it's really not, and I actually really like it, all this stuff. But this person then came out with like a whole theory. I said like, I'm like you can like he's like, this show is so predictable, and came out with a whole theory. Which, mind you, if he's right, either got some right, so it's some bullshit. It doesn't matter. And I said, no, that's not gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. And like this is just me going off. And mind you, this was that's the wrong one. This was let's see here, August 12th. So that is 7 days before the episode came out. 6 days before the episode came out. So this is before that. I didn't watch any like things or whatever. I haven't seen anything revealed. So this is my theory on this, and this is what I talked about. It's slightly wrong, I already know, but it's also kind of right. Okay. So the person gave their whole bullshit. I gave my point of it. No, this is what's going to happen. The general is going to be revealed to be Lois's dad. That's going to come up in the next episode or the episode after. Sends the Suicide Squad to kill Soups. Yes, that was happening in this episode. Lois stands in the way. General hesitates. This has not happened yet, but this will happen in like the next episode or the 3rd episode when it's revealed that Lois's dad is the general. Lois will at some point talk with her dad or something like that to try to get him to leave her alone. To leave Soups alone. I'm sorry. To leave Soups alone. And eventually that's going to make the general hesitate. That's when Amanda Waller backstabs him. Amanda backstabs him, takes control of Task Force X, aka the Suicide Squad. Lex probably still working for Parasite. That's wrong, but Lex is still in this. Who's now part of the Suicide Squad. Parasite is part of the Suicide Squad. We know this. Shit. Right here. We obviously know this because, he's working for the Suicide Squad. So, working with Parasite and the Suicide Squad, the final scuffle, this will probably be what happens. In the final scuffle, Lex will eventually get the kryptonite, will get the orb that has the kryptonite in it, as well as the file with the evil soup, as well as the file with evil Soups on it. Oh wait, did I even bring that up? No, because Lois, it doesn't really matter. Lois was thinking in the last episode, in my last review, that Clark, that can't be you, right? Like, and I'm pretty sure she's fully on Team Soups, 100%. Lex is eventually going to get the orb with the kryptonite in it. And with that, he might get the file on evil Soups and be like, I knew it! I knew he was evil! We already see that in the last episode. Kryptonite, along with seeing how powerful Soups is, especially after Deathstroke loses his eye in this fight, that's going to happen in the next 2 episodes, I'm going to say. Probably the final scuffle where Soups has to break out, or there's the final battle and Soups has to fight everyone. That's when we're going to see either Soups does it or something's going to happen that Lex is going to lose his eye. He's going to lose that. Ooh, Venom 3 is trending? Fuck, hell yeah. That Slade's going to lose his right eye, so that way or left eye, I'm not sure which one it is, where he'll paint half of his helmet black and, be Deathstroke. Lex is going to use the Seki he stole from Mesocorp to create LexCorp. Clark also, after defeating the Suicide Squad, he reclaiming most of the tech, and he's going to get a full flashback and or picture probably after he destroys the crystals and all of them or whatever. Though I'm going to go ahead and guess too, because it already kind of showed in the beginning few episodes with Livewire. So, there's a really good chance everyone who has the tech will probably keep their powers. It's gonna be like a thing where the suits eventually give the power to the people wearing it. So Banshee will probably eventually have her screaming ability. Parasite will keep his ability to absorb. Livewire will keep her ability to shoot electricity and control electricity and shit. So we'll still have the metahuman kind of shit going on, but that'll be after the fact. And then we'll probably even get them with like newer suits eventually, which actually I'm kind of thinking about. Zeus gotta go out after reclaiming more of the tech. Gets a full picture/flashback about Krypton, probably hinting at Brainiac. Yeah. But also allows Clark to probably understand Kryptonian, which the season is probably going to end with Kal-El or end with Jor-El talking to his son saying, we have a lot to discuss, with Clark now understanding Kryptonian and be able to speak it. But that leaves a big old question. Who the hell is this guy? Which I did answer. That's still is all the same day too. Which I did answer here. And I was a little bit wrong in the beginning, but I think I actually got it down. I think I know what's going to happen because it makes 100% sense. This is usually actual context clues given by the show that has sprinkled throughout season 1. So that's me just explaining to this guy how to actually look at a goddamn show and look at all the little trails. And then like, here's the thing too, like twists, like, oh my god, I didn't see that coming. Like, you know, that shit, great, awesome. That only really works though if you like leave enough clues to do it. If not, if it's just like a random twist, it doesn't really blow your mind. So I got this kind of idea from Red. So from Red versus Blue. No, Red and Blue, Overly Sarcastic Productions, because watching her story stuff is actually like really helpful. But obviously learn and take things how you want. But she says, yes, if I'm telling a mystery or story or whatever, if I sprinkle clues throughout the thing, it's so that the reader can also pick it up. If anything, it's the idea of like something like, this is me at this point. If you're going to leave like a mystery or, you know, have something where it's going to be obviously set up for what's going to happen in the future, which obviously it doesn't have to be a mystery what's going to happen, but it does have to at least be sprinkled throughout the show, which, yeah, I kind of knew as soon as they announced Task Force X. When you had Amanda Waller there, it's like, yeah, Amanda Waller is going to portray the general. Yes, we're gonna have the Suicide Squad, which obviously, and stuff like that. Like, it's all set up. And eventually, here, and then like season 1 is the origin story for Clark, yes, kind of. We're not getting a lot of Krypton yet, but secret origin for Clark, yes. But also for Lois and Jimmy kind of becoming his friends and, you know, all that's together. But also it's an origin for Lex Luthor with showing why Lex hates soups. And eventually, like, with the whole orb thing, it's eventually going to do it too. But, again, biggest question is this guy right here. The little Superman. Who the hell is he? Is he an evil Superman? Like, I actually put these for it. But 100%, I don't think these are right. But I did put who I think is right. So, this being not only Soup's origin, but also Lex's origin too. Also, possible evil Soup, because this person was going to whole thing saying like, oh yeah, evil Superman, and they're going to fight and all this. No. Possible evil Soup / Bizarro or Steel. Since the only bad guy from the intro that I haven't seen yet. Those are all wrong. It's not evil It's not an evil Superman. Kind of. It's not Bizarro. No. And it's not Steel. It's Amazo. It's 100% Amazo. And I'm like, by God, why did I not see this before? And I'm calling this now. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm just wrong. But I think, like, everything that's sprinkled about. Because, by God, it'd be so stupid if you had Amazotech, the guy who runs Amazotech, and you don't have Amazo. Which, if you don't know who Amazo is Amazo is a goddamn robot that is able to copy powers and abilities. Let me see here. Actually, Evil Superman is actually going to be Amazo. Would make sense with Amazo Corp, but they all came looking for obvious context clues. This is all coming from obvious context. If you don't like, if you didn't get all that, you show apparently this is me just burning this guy, or at least I'm thinking burning. I'm probably not. I'm just being a dumbass or an asshole. But if you didn't get all this show is apparently a lot smarter than you think, or you're not as smart as you think. But that's beside the point. Main part is Amazo. Yes, it's going to be Amazo. This guy right here is 100% going to be Amazo. It's going to be a tech, because it's going to use the tech from, if anything, you probably use the tech from like everything you can probably use all of the tech that everyone has. Or if anything, now that I'm thinking about it, what could happen is all the tech from all these guys, they're eventually going to rip it off of them or take it off of them. But obviously, like I said, they're still going to keep their powers by like infuses in with their DNA or some shit like that. Something like that's going to happen. But they're going to keep their powers, and they might actually take all of this tech and merge it together to create Amazo. Like Heat Wave's fire abilities are actually going to be like Amazo's like burning like fire, like energy, like heat blast. This guy's absorbing ability might actually be what allows Amazo to absorb powers. Electrical power to power him. You have made this for like his sonic voice and breath and all that stuff. You need even sonic hearing. Super strength, invisibility. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure if you actually even get that. Technically speaking, the invisible one isn't even here with the set of badass. Oh, the League of Lotuses is. And Mixie. But yeah, like 100%, this is gonna be Amazo. That's gonna be Amazo, and that's gonna be like the big, that's gonna be the big final fight. And I think this will probably be the case that like the tech is probably gonna get ripped off of these guys and put together. And Amazo probably will be made with like maybe the kryptonite from all of them, and then maybe, just maybe, and like Parasite probably built it in the lab and all that stuff. And the idea, and maybe even using like the gorilla and the lab that the gorilla and the brain were in. And I'm gonna go ahead and guess that Amazo will again probably have all the crystals and all the tech in it, because we're then gonna see Clark because then that gives Clark an enemy he can go at all the way, like showing just how powerful he is, but also allows Clark to then destroy multiple of these kryptonites all at once. Because if he then destroys all of it, then he's going to get a massive surge of memories that are going to activate him, and that's where he's going to get the major flashback that he's going to see the battle with Krypton. We're probably going to see when Jor-El and his mother send him away, or probably Jor-El, because I did kind of see something spoilery. I'm not sure where they came from, but spoilery about the mom. Probably Jor-El mostly. Sending their child away on a ship, and eventually is going to lead up to possibly Brainiac. Which I'm going to go ahead and guess that Brainiac, like next season, big bad is going to be Lex, who's probably going to be more of the bad guy throughout the season, and then maybe even Brainiac. Like towards the end, if Brainiac isn't like a Horde Prime thing that doesn't just happen like, it's going to be hinted at more in the next season. Like, Clark's going to be like, something is coming, and we need to be ready. And Jor-El probably trying to teach Clark stuff like that. And then, like season 3, it might be Brainiac, or season 3 might actually be Brainiac, like, as the main bad guy. If not, like, it's going to be Lex and Brainiac in season 2. I'm not entirely sure. But I feel like that's going to be the idea that's going forward, I think. 100%. But yeah, because that makes sense, because I don't think Clark's going to rip the armor off these guys and just destroy it, but it would make sense that they then take the power supply from all that, like, I don't need a Suicide Squad if I have this thing. But then when they find out that they even still have powers, Amanda's like obviously going to keep them. But then also, if Amazo gets destroyed, they can rebuild it if they want to. But we would have someone on the level of Superman who would fight. So if anything, I would imagine next fight we're gonna see. I think next episode is where we're gonna see Amanda betray the general. It's probably gonna be also when Soups gets broken out with Lois and Jimmy and maybe the general too. Soups is gonna probably fight the Suicide Squad, beat them. If not, like, they're all gonna be weak because when they get the crystals taken out, and when it's put into Amazo, who Amazo will be the big bad, like bad guy Clark has to fight in episode 3, And then that's going to be and if anything, I bet we're probably going to get Clark go fly into the sun and figuring out that the sun gives him his powers. And that's going to be like, oh, that's when he's going to come back like super, super charged. Like we already see like how powerful he is. Like when he does like, when he goes like that, like enhanced state. When he goes Superman blue here. So like, I wouldn't surprise me if we're going to see him like full on absorb sunlight and just be like super and massively powerful. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on this. Just a quick little review / prediction for the next 2 episodes. Tell me what you think, comment below. Thanks for watching. And again, all of this, and again, I don't know, maybe other people have thought of this up. I haven't seen anyone else think of this up. Maybe I wasn't thinking. Also, I haven't been looking because I think that kind of would ruin my whole thing of me making theories off of my head. But I think 100% that that's how it's going to happen. I'm pretty sure like I'll get some little tidbits wrong, but I'm going to go ahead and guess that will happen. Especially because, like, no offense to the General, he doesn't really feel like he has staying power. But I definitely do feel like, yes, like it's going to obviously all tie in together with Lois and being her dad. Because again, like even like if that wasn't enough, this should be enough to kind of set that up. Where Clark gets shocked, Jimmy and Lois get here, and they just fly away without being able to see the General. I'm like, yeah, because if she would see the General, it's like, oh shit, that's my dad. Like, yeah, I don't know. Tell me in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I love this show a lot. Tell me what you think of my prediction is right. And let's just see in the next 2 episodes if I am right. Which I'm going to go ahead and guess I probably am. And again, the idea is, even if I figure this out, it doesn't mean like there's bad writing in this. It's the idea that, if anything, it's pretty good writing because they set all this up. That's how you you do a story. You set up all the little tidbits because you want the story to make sense. You want 2 + 2 to equal 4. And like, yeah, like some people who weren't paying attention are probably going to be very surprised by the twist that, yeah, that's her dad. Because I don't think I've seen that many people other than myself saying that, yeah, that's her dad. But then again, I haven't been looking around. Someone tell me if you guys had the idea or thoughts on that. But excited to see how this plays out. But yeah, thanks for watching. For your videos, hopefully enjoy this, and we will see you later. Also, I'm not sure. It is still before I see the Blue Beetle movie, but I'm excited to see Blue Beetle. Which also, I went to the comic book store because I was like, I want a comic. I want to read something. I was going to try to find a Superman comic, which a lot of Superman comics don't interest me, like art style wise, and a comic has to interest me art style wise for me to do it. The closest ones I can find are some of the John Kent ones, which I'm like, yeah, but I don't know. A lot of the Superman art styles don't interest me all that much. I think Earth 1 was probably one of the last ones that, like, it was Clark, and it interested me a lot. But then I started flipping through a Blue Beetle book, and Supes makes an appearance in there, and I'm like, God damn it! I'm going to take this as a side note to pick up Blue Beetle. It's Blue Beetle Graduation Day, which is, like, the newest one. It's trade, so I'm going to probably read that. But also, I'm going to be watching Blue Beetle soon, hopefully. But thanks for watching. Videos, and we'll see ya!